Hello, everybody. We are live. We should close that window. Welcome to another episode of Drunkards and Dragons, the show where we have some drinks, roll some dice, and try not to die to either of those things. Last week, our heroes got to spend a few nights in their new keep, finally, after all the things keep getting in the way of them actually living in it and furnishing it. They gathered up some plans and some ideas for workers and kind of drew up some blueprints for what they want to build or enhance about it, and looking forward to that as they made their way out onto the new journey. They took the airship that Wilhelm had provided them, had been sailing outside of Vanden after Maria had unfroze the entire city and the entire continent, with a warning from Ingrid that although her power is obviously very vast, the more she uses it is taking a toll on her body. It seems that Aethermark's power is infinite, but her body is not. So, with this knowledge in mind, they left to head north to Falgard to get a crew for their ship, where they recruited Varys' uncle Anton and the esteemed Captain Duskin to man their ship into the storm as they flew towards the edge of the abyss. After they made it there, they saw what all the pirate stories and the ship stories were all about, as they saw this vast emptiness and just nothing there, and this shadowy kind of substance in the water just kind of glided along with the ship, sailing straight into this huge, not storm, but some kind of cloudy spiral thing in the middle of the ocean as they got closer to it. As they sailed through it, their vision became impaired, and Captain Duskin took control of the ship and made his orders, and it was then that the ship rocked back and forth violently, and a huge explosion could be heard in the distance. And out of the mist sailed Lawless on a much larger ship. And that's where we're at now.
Don't forget that guy fell in and he died because there was stuff in the water.
I didn't forget.
I'm not enthusiastic about it.
That poor thing.
So, we're going to jump right into it. What would you guys like to do? The smoke kind of clears after the initial bombardment. It seems Captain Duskin's quick thinking and his god roll for perception enabled him to turn the ship ever so slightly so most of the blast flew overboard or overhead or just skimmed the ship, minimizing the damage it took. However, if you look up at the helm, Captain Duskin lay out in a heap. Part of his side splintered in and bleeding profusely. One of his legs looks almost flattened in its state. He has been injured.
Oh no, I like Captain Duskin.
Who decided to put me all over there?
You guys can put yourselves wherever you want to be, but I need to know what everyone's doing right now. So with Captain Duskin injured, the crew looks to you all. What do we do? We're under attack. What do we do?
Man your stations, men. Prepare for battle.
Battle's already upon us.
Yes. So man your stations. Prepare to fire the cannons.
Are you taking control of the ship?
I'm not like...
One of you has to man the helm.
I'm not about that life, but I'll walk over to you.
Alexia's on it.
Whoever has first aid should go over there because they should also try and help Duskin. So, that sounds like Varys to me.
The front of the ship and
Is that Tony on him?
point at Lawless because I can clearly see him standing there smug. You can stop this now, Lawless. If you don't, your ship is going to be destroyed much sooner than ours will be.
I yell for someone to... I don't know, I just yell at the closest person. Okay, so who's white and who's the green?
Everything on your side of the ship is just crewmen. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I only had so many dice.
So I yell at the guy closest to me, well, the two guys closest to me, grab Captain Duskin and take him down below. Elena, go with them and do what you can to help. Wait, not Elena, no. What's her name? Maria. There's too many people going on. Too many things to remember.
Okay.
Alright, I yell for Maria to go with them.
Okay.
To help in any way possible.
So we'll have these two take him down below. We'll put this off to the side for now. Maria also goes. So
Ooh, she didn't give me the very nice.
she's kind of, you notice she's kind of dumbfounded that Lawless is attacking you guys. This is the first time she's seen him as an opponent, and so seeing this,
He's attacking a ship with her on it.
yeah.
Whoa.
He yells back to Yugo, Varys, and he goes, "Varys, I'm going to miss your sense of humor."
I'm an asshole.
And he kind of looks behind him and he goes, "Prepare to fire again."
I whip out the harp.
Okay. So I need everyone to roll initiative. And then if you're going to man the ship, I have some things for you to write down as well, because you have things to do. So, the ship itself has an attack and action, or movement, as well as you do.
Oh man, okay.
So, you are issuing commands. That is your entire action, is issuing commands.
Oh.
So behind.
Okay.
So, for, you can have it move, and so it has a 35 feet normal movement, as long as both your sails are intact. It is 15 feet movement if you're trying to travel against the wind, which currently there is no wind. And you have a 50-foot movement if there is wind and you're traveling with it, which again, there's no wind currently. To completely turn the ship around, you cannot just simply turn the ship. It takes 2 actions or 2 rounds for that to happen. So if you want to turn the ship at all, you'll start your action by doing that, and then on your next turn, you'll finish rotating it, as it's not going to turn instantly.
Okay.
Your ship has 15 AC. It has a damage threshold of 15, meaning it has 15 damage resistance. The ship itself has 500 hit points. Its strength is 20. Its dexterity is 7. 7. It's not very agile. It's wood. Its constitution is 17. And these are the only stats it possesses. These are used for all manner of things. As for your attack actions, you may have somebody fire the cannons. You can also ram the ship if you want. Ramming the ship will cause damage to your ship as well as the other ship, so keep that in mind. And that's what your constitution score is used for. So you have a movement and attack actions. There's other things for you to write down.
Okay, wait, what was the other... Oh, the cannons?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other things you need to write down is your crash damage is 8d10. Meaning if you do ram into them successfully and they fail their save against your save, then they will take 8d10 damage.
Okay.
And you'll only take half. The helm of the ship also has AC. It is 18. And it has 50 hit points. So where you're standing currently has hit points in AC. The sails on the ship, of which you have 2, have an AC of 12. And a hit point of 100.
Oh no. Alright.
So, keeping that in mind, I need everyone to roll initiative for me. So,
Does that mean I roll twice?
no, you roll once, and then your action is your action.
Oh, okay. 19.
So, 25 to 20?
Now 20.
26.
What's your dexterity modifier? Probably lower than Barrett's.
So it's a 22.
Okay, so you'll go second. But, so you got 26 you said? Okay, so Varys, Ithlin, 20 and 15, you got 19 you said? Okay. Alright, Varys, start us off. What do you want to do?
I would like to play the harp and cast Firestorm.
Okay.
You have the same idea as me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna light their ship on fire.
So it says I pick 10 10-foot cubes and arrange them as I wish. Each cube has to have at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube. Each creature in the area must make a dex save. They save or fail, it's 70-10. They pass, it's half. And then it says fire damages objects in the area and ignites flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay.
Okay.
So, here, what areas do you want to pick?
Alright. Let's see. These 5-foot squares?
Yeah.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40.
Isn't that 10 10-foot cubes?
Yeah. So they're like, if I put a point here, then they'd be like.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Before.
I really don't want to like do all this, but I wanted to get like this center area, basically.
Okay.
Like the middle of the ship. Pretty much like just all that.
Where all the people are.
Yeah, just like the very center of the ship.
So here.
Because now it will burn
And
in the center.
Here? Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much like, so like if you draw like a line there.
I just want to get the
It's like
cubes
there.
down, so.
There has to be cubes
it's just
next
in
to
bet-
each other too.
It's just in between the dots, right? Or where the dots are.
Kind of. There has to be another cube there, because they all have to be at least one connecting to another.
Okay.
But I wanted to get like.
Like I said, this is your spell, man. You gotta do it. Show me what you're doing.
So annoying.
Yeah, well, you cast the spell, so.
There's one here. And here.
That's way more. I think that's more than 10.
Maybe. Yeah. Cubes are hard, my friends.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So.
Just 363 then.
Okay.
Sure. We'll just do there.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gotta get rid of one more. We gotta get rid of one more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, one more. There's 11 over here, so.
Boom.
Okay. Didn't you say these have to connect though?
Just put it right there.
Okay. Alright. So Varys, as you've been spending your time on the ship, not really doing much of anything before you got to this point, the airship you guys were all on, you practiced day and night to master your harp, and you guys can all have heard like this weird kind of screeching and wailing kind of like instrument from Varys' quarters sometimes, but then it kind of quieted down and you couldn't really hear the song, but it sounded like things were going better. Varys begins playing the harp, and as he does so, his fingers kind of catch fire, and he starts strumming the harp, and then the harp strings catch on fire as well. And it's this melody that starts off really soft and then escalates quickly and just starts going faster and faster and faster. And faster Varys plays the harp, fire begins to shoot down from the sky, just on top of the ship.
Nice.
So, you pick your areas. What's next?
Anyone who's in it has to make a dex save.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only one of them passed.
Alright. So that's 11, 14, 20. 30, 39. 49 damage.
Alright. So everyone initially caught in the blast just engulfs into flames and starts screaming and falls to the ground.
There you
go. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Ithlin, you're up.
So, the spell that you just cast, is it gonna like light everything on fire? Like, are the sails gonna be on fire? Or like, how does that work?
Says objects in the area are damaged and ignites flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay, so it is gonna. I'm assuming this is a sail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you've got the center one. Can I see the guy manning the ship, like the wheel of the
Yes.
ship? I'm gonna light it on fire.
Okay, so you're attacking him or the helm?
The actual, like, wheel.
Okay.
If I can see it, I'm gonna shoot it with a firebolt and light it
Okay,
on
go
fire.
make an attack roll. Or 3 attack rolls. No, it's just 1 attack roll.
Yeah, it's 1 and then damage if I
Yeah.
hit. Let's see.
Should be your spell modifier plus proficiency.
Yeah, 9. Okay. I had it written down somewhere, I just had to find it. Cool. 21.
21 definitely hits.
10. What do I add to?
Just the damage. You don't get a modifier.
Okay. 15.
15 damage. So a gale of flame spreads across the ship and it hits the helm and kind of against it and it like kind of like fireworks imploding and kind of starts swatting at it as it starts to catch fire a little bit. Anything else?
I don't know. So I can't melee attack anything from here.
Alright, Alexia, you're up. What are your orders, Captain? I don't know if everyone can hear that.
Yeah, they might be able to hear that, whatever is going on out there.
What are your orders? Well, time's running out.
We should ram our ship into their ship.
Then we also take damage.
Time's running out.
Alright. Fire the cannons! Which side is... Which side?
So you guys are currently facing in this direction as it's drawn. It'll be a little bit of narration when you guys switch sides, but currently this is what is happening. Lawless is pulled up beside you, and this much larger warship than yours is.
So which side is port and where's starboard?
I don't know, but
Well, how am
that's
I
left and
supposed to
that's
tell
right.
them which... Okay,
You
fine.
don't have to talk nautically.
Fine. How are they supposed to understand me? They're nautical kind of people. Alright, I tell them to man and fire the cannons on the right side.
Okay. So. Okay. They begin loading the cannons with powder and placing the wick inside, and they start stuffing it in there, and then they slide the cannonball in, and on their next turn will go off. So that's your attack. What is your movement? Do you want to just hover there? Do you want to try and move the ship?
We'll stay where we are for now.
Alright. Lawless's crew that you can see begins doing the same thing. They start stuffing their cannons full of powder. As well as 1, 2, 3, So 4 of them with quivers on their back pull the quiver off and aim their bows. And they take the arrow and they dip it in some oil first, and then they light it and they let loose. So we have 3 of them are aiming at your men, and 1 of them's aiming at the ship. So the one with the fire arrow. That will hit those 3 before we do ship damage. Okay. So the 3 people currently stuck in the cannons full of powder, they take arrows to the shoulder and they start wheezing, and you can see it's in there pretty deep. Being a marksman yourself, you can tell it's a really clean shot. The one with the fire arrow is gonna kind of points his bow up in the air and lets loose, and definitely hits your ship. So luckily, your ship will not take any damage. It only did 9 damage, so it does not breach your damage threshold. However, the arrows being the spark and kind of tinder around the area it hit. And that is their turn. Varys, you're up.
Let's see. Alright, I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to cast Synaptic Static.
Okay.
It's basically a psychic damage fireball.
Okay.
But
Do they get a save at all, or?
yeah, I gotta figure out real quick. So put here. This will be 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, so I'm gonna put it here. It will hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people need to make intelligence saves. What?
You want to actually put it on it?
What's your DC? It's 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so those 3 will make it. 2 of those people will make it. None of those people will make it. So half of them succeeded.
Okay. Minimum rolls. 14. Okay, so 14 on fail and 7 on succeed.
Alright.
And the ones that failed for the next minute have to roll a d6 and subtract it from any of their attack rolls, ability checks, or constitution saving throws involving concentration.
Nice. Okay. So you see several of the men, they all kind of clutch their heads immediately and they start writhing on the ground, and some of the men are looking at them, they run over and rush to their and start picking them up, and it lasts for a minute, and then some of them still seem really woozy, whereas other of them jump right back up to combat. Ithlin, you're up.
Is the wheel on fire yet?
It's starting to spark.
Mm-hmm. So how does that work? Would it eventually be on fire, or if I shoot it again, it would expedite it? I don't know how that kind of thing works.
You don't really know. So what do you want to do? You're not really sure. You have your theories, but you're not really sure. What would you like to do?
I'll shoot at the guy that's trying to man the ship currently.
Okay. With another firebolt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. 11.
11. Unfortunately, as he's swatting out like the small amounts of flames trying to spread across the world, he sees you fire again. He just ducks right under it, over his head.
Unfortunate.
Anything else? Alright, Alexia, what's up? What's your orders?
Have they shot the cannons yet?
They'll do it on this turn, so. What are your orders?
I want to start moving.
Everything has a delay, so.
I start turning the ship around.
Okay, so you're starting to turn to the left, to the right. Are you trying to turn it around completely? What's going on? What are you trying to do?
Eventually, I want to get to the point of turning around and then getting the cannons this way so we can blow their helm apart.
Okay.
And get out of range of their cannons.
Okay, so you're trying to turn the ship to the right.
Well, if you consider that the right side of the ship, it would
That's
be
the
turning
left side, so to the right. So you're trying to roundabout it, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you begin spinning the wheel. You've never manned a ship professionally, so I need you to make a dexterity check and only add half of your proficiency.
Do I round up or down?
Down.
Ooh. 18.
18? Yeah. Very, very flawlessly. You start spinning the ship around, you kind of catch it right when you need to, and you feel the ship, you guys along the feel the ship kind of, and the water is very stagnant, and you haven't gotten much traction in it, but you can feel the ship start teetering towards the right side. Around this time is when the cannons will go off. One of them is natural 20. They get their full proficiency. Just barely hits. So, one of them, unfortunately, got a natural 1. So, he goes to light the fuse, and it explodes next to him.
Just blew a hole in our ship.
Yeah, so luckily there's no one else. Actually, it's one in front of Varys, so he will take 6, and you'll also take 6 as the explosion just kind of in front of you. And that cannon is currently on fire and can't be used right now. It needs to be put out. These two, though, they definitely hit. So we'll do the non-crit first, then we'll do the crit. Actually, why don't you go ahead and roll damage? It's your shit. So it is 8d10 for the non-crit one, and then 16d10 for the crit one.
Oh, 8, 10.
Yeah.
1. How many do I need?
For a normal shot, you need 8d10. 8 10s.
Here's 6 more.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll have you roll from now on, actually. So.
Oh, great. Now we're going to get crappy rolls. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm doing 8, right?
Yes, for the first one, and then you're going to do double that for the second one. And you don't add anything to it, it's just whatever you get.
That's the 9. Okay, 9, 10. Okay, so 20. Mm. 54.
54 damage. The first one. Into it.
And then I have to do that twice?
Yeah.
Oh man, okay.
You got a crit. You hit a vital spot. So the first one slams against it, and the wood begins to crack inward. You see the cannonball just kind of sitting there in this huge hole it's now created and kind of nestled in there. You realize that the ship is very thick at this point. As it's made headway into the ship, but that wasn't enough to really penetrate it.
Okay. Oh jeez. Oh, 1.
Point your calculators.
Alright.
Yeah, I'd have been using a calculator.
108 damage.
108 damage.
Alright.
Whereas the first cannonball kind of hit the side of the ship and created a small hole in it, but kind of nestled in and didn't get past the barrier of the wood. This one flies through and just completely shoots through it and leaves this large gaping hole. Wood splinters everywhere and debris as some of the ship itself kind of rocks momentarily, and you see the men on the walls of the ship kind of standing back up after like falling to the ground, losing a little bit of their balance. Anything else you can do?
No. Just keep moving it as much as I can.
Okay, so you're going to continue. That was your start of your movement, so okay. Do you have any attack actions for them? What are they going to do next turn?
Well, since I'm moving it, I'm going in the opposite direction of ramming the ship, so I'll just keep them at the firing cannons.
Okay.
Wherever we can hit.
So the two that are not on fire will start loading the cannon again.
I'm just moving away.
The one in front of Varys is the one that did it.
Yeah.
Who caught it on fire.
Yeah. I moved him away from
Oh,
it.
sorry, that was Ithlin, not Varys. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, the middle one is on fire?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Alright, so the damage he took, you have to take now.
Yeah, so you get
6?
your... Yeah. Sorry about that. You elves all look the same. I don't know.
Rude. We're half elves. We look different.
Only slightly.
Only slightly.
Okay. So now for the one on the wall, it's a ship. Two of them will also trap 6 of this. So... Okay. So for one of them, that's just enough to make a miss. So you guys will take 3 bird bombardments. So the first one does 64 damage. Subtract 15 from that because of the whole capacity.
And this is to the ship?
Yes.
Okay, so it was what?
64 minus
64
15,
minus
so it's
15.
49.
Yeah. That's the first one. Jesus Christ. Um, 87 for the second one.
So that's 72 after.
And then this is the
15.
last one. The one that misses because of Varys' spell, he lights the cannon, he situates it to sit right at the ship, and you see him kind of like wince and grab his head, and as he does so, he pulls the cannon straight up, and instead it moves just enough upwards that it fires over the ship as opposed to at the ship.
Correct.
So you were spared damage on that one. The last hit. Oh, 90 damage for the third one. And so the entire ship rocks violently back and forth as just. You feel the ship shudder and start to sink down slightly, and some of the crewmen yell, "We're taking on water!"
Well, use it to put out the cannon!
That was Lawless's turn. Varys, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, actually, they take fire damage on their turn. Because the ship is starting to spread. Roll your spell damage again and then half it.
My d10s are gone.
How many do you need?
7.
Oh. 4, 5, 6, 7.
9, 15, 21, 31, 40, 43 half, so 21.
21. And then, Ithlin, roll your firebolt damage again and half it.
Five.
Okay. At this point, you see fire definitely sprout out from the helm of the ship, and the man kind of steps back and is like, ooh. As part of it is now on fire.
Nice.
The ship has started to catch flame. The ship takes half that, actually. So. At this point, the middle sail that you hit, Varys, you see fire continue to crawl up the mast, and it starts affecting the canvas, and now small patches of the canvas are now starting to burn from inwards.
Nice. I'm just gonna cast Synaptic Static again. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to make intelligence saves.
One pass. Natural 20, but 2 failures. So that's 6 and 1 more. So only 2 of them pass.
29 damage for full and 14 for half.
Alright. So the one's already damaged. Just spasming on the ground. Oh no, I put them over here. And then these ones also start clutching their head. Go ahead and keep going, but I need to add something out.
And
okay. With part of the ship on fire and the relentless cannonball assault that it took last turn, you do see bits and parts of this massive warship. Certain parts of the helmets, or the, not the helm. Yeah, the helm. Not the helm.
And then after casting my spell, I'll just kind of like give Alexia a thumbs up and give her a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
And that's all I do.
Okay. Ithlin, you're up.
Could you move me over to the helm, please? Just kind of on the right side, over in the corner. There we go. Thank you. I'm gonna cast Flaming Spear on the wheel.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna try and further prevent him from steering the ship. So let's do that. 20.
Natural 20? Or
No, total.
20 hits for sure.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Uh, 8 damage.
Alright.
And then it persists for a minute, and anything that ends their turn within the 5-foot cube has to make a dexterity saving throw, or they take damage.
Yep.
So
a huge globule sphere of fire just plops down on the steering wheel, and the ship kind of like in one man it jumps backwards, and I don't know how to handle this. And he looks at the archers and says, "Take care of him."
Fuck that
Are these
guy.
the archers?
Yes. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Alexia, you're up.
And I can't do anything myself because I'm like manning the ship.
If you stop manning the ship does not get to do anything. That includes the crew. They're looking to you for orders every turn.
Alright. I yell at someone, "Put out that cannon!" And I keep steering away from their ship.
Okay. So at this point, more so the back of your ship is now facing the side of theirs as you complete your turn further, and the water allows you to kind of pull away.
Perpendicular.
And you hear someone go, "They're retreating!" So that's your movement. Do you have any attack actions, or they can't really aim their cannons, but
That's true. No.
Is it an action to load them?
it is, yeah.
Couldn't they load them?
That's up to her.
Because they don't have to
That's true,
immediately
that's true.
fire them, like once they load them. If that's what the action is.
They're gonna have to load these ones. I tell them to load the cannons on the right side of the ship.
Okay.
Well, here, you three can do it.
Okay.
Someone better be putting out that cannon.
Okay. You see Uncle Anton grab his handkerchief and start swatting at it.
Find a bucket and take the water that we're taking and dump it on it, Anton. Get your minds right.
So, Lawless's turn. 3 are going to aim the arrows at you with one.
Shield.
Okay. One's going to light another arrow and aim at the ship. So all 3 of those are going to miss. And then hitting the ship will hit. Also, it's been a turn, so your ship takes another 4 points of fire damage.
Oh no.
And that arrow is starting, the flame around that's starting to spread as well.
Where is the arrow
Yeah, where is
located?
Here.
Okay, someone should put that
Number
arrow.
4.
And then
It's
in
your job.
addition to that, the ship will
There's a full
take no damage again, but another fire spot is here now.
Alright, we took 4 damage from that one.
Yes, and that your hull does not prevent that. It's a small fire, just kind of spreading against it at that point. So with your ship facing kind of a T-bone section, these guys all run over here, and they take these crossbows off their back, and they fire at the ship. All but one will hit. So they don't take, your ship doesn't take any damage. Again, it doesn't penetrate the hull of your ship. But they fire the crossbow bolts, and attached to them are these thick ropes. And they fire at it, and they grab them, and they get ready to swing over. Other than that, you see them start loading cannons, and that's the end of their turn. So then they'll take more fire damage. Go ahead and roll the damage for your spells again and have it.
Alright. Oh, that's depressing. 1?
Okay.
I mean, half of 3.
Yeah.
So.
You also get your flaming
Well,
sphere.
yeah,
as
that
well.
was for Firebolt.
Okay.
Now. It's 2,
24.
24.
Oh, wait, that was. I rolled the wrong dice. So that will be for the sphere. My bad.
Okay.
Now I'm doing the point bolt.
Ooh.
Six?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That will finish up their turn. The center mast is all but on flame at this point, as the fire continues to spread.
Good.
Yeah. So it's the end of their turn, so Varus, you're up.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast at one
So
of
you
these
have
guys.
to make a movement, because the ship is facing away at this point.
Oh yeah,
So,
over here. Okay. So, facing backwards. Then now I'll cast Eldritch Blast at the guys that are attempting to board.
okay. So they're back here.
Yeah.
So this is what direction the ship is facing currently.
Yeah, so you'd be over here and they'd be attached to the back part of the ship.
Oh, I can't make it. Well then, what can I see from where I'm at?
The ship is making its final turn as you start to face away from Lawless' ship. You see them loading their cannons. You can see anyone within range, as long as you have the appropriate spell range for it.
120 feet?
Yeah.
Just put out all the fires.
Can you do me a solid?
Nope.
Can you grab 2 of those markers?
Nope.
Whichever colors, I don't care. This will help me visualize what's happening right now. So
Okay.
like one color is their ship, one color is our ship. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that works. Just so I can like
Okay.
Perpendicular.
better
right
understand what's
Sure,
happening.
sure.
Alright, well, in that case, I'm just going to fire at 3 random people.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright, well, this is a 20.
Okay, so it'll hit then.
Okay.
You can't do 3 random people though. Tell me which ones you're aiming at.
Let's see, if you're like over here on this side of the ship, you could potentially like aim this direction and get some of these people.
These 2. Wait, these 3. Alright. First guy takes...
Which one?
This guy.
Okay.
Takes 13 force damage.
Okay.
Guy next to him takes 12 force damage. And this guy over here also takes 12.
Okay.
And I am dead.
Your spell kind of like arcs as the ship begins to move, and you fire out your fingertips, and you kind of lurch with the ship as it turns around. So you kind of like grab the side of the ship as you're firing, and it creates this kind of curving, kind of just like pew! Effect as it fires. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Ithlin, you're up.
So I'm standing in the back of the ship.
Yes.
Am I within 120 feet of the guy manning the ship?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay.
See if I can hit him this time. Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
There we go. I wanted it really bad that time. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna use a calculator. I don't want to remember all of this.
It's fine. What spell are you casting?
Firebolt.
Oh, okay.
So I get 60-10. So I don't want to math all of that.
60-10?
Yes. I get 3d10 normally.
Why?
Yeah, but he got a nat 20, so he could roll.
Oh,
twice.
gotcha. I was like, that's not correct.
No, I don't normally get 6.
Okay.
I get 3. Okay, nice. Nice. 40 damage.
Dang. Okay. Your firebolt blasts into him, and you see the coat he's wearing immediately engulfed in flames. It kind of like rips it off of him and throws it on the ground. He's like, ah! Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Alexia, you're up.
Okay. I yell at this guy. That guy. Okay, has the cannon been put out yet?
No.
Oh my god, okay. I yell at that guy, and that guy. And tell them to... You three! Put out the fires closest to you. Find a bucket! Take the water that we're taking on, dump it on the fires, and put them out.
Okay.
And I keep steering the ship.
Okay.
And make sure that these three guys have their cannons loaded and ready to go.
So this puts you at that angle then. Okay. As you come further back into range, those two on the end are going to fire at you. Yeah, I'll hit the side of them. And one of them will hit.
Just hitting the ship.
Yes. Or, I'm sorry, not the ship. They're aiming here.
Oh, they're aiming at our sail.
Yes. Since your sail is 12, so actually they will both hit. Aww. So a total of 87 damage. The sail does not get your hull resistance.
It doesn't?
No.
Not the whole thing, or just not it at all?
No, only the body of your ship gets the resistance.
Okay.
So.
Okay. That's rough. Is it just like demolished, or is it
Oh,
on
how much hit points does it
fire,
have?
or what?
How much hit points does it have?
13.
13 left?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so the first cannonball hits it, and you see a crack from where the cannonball hit start spreading all the way up the center mast and starts spreading throughout the wood. And you see wood chunks start falling, and you can tell it's going to go down any minute. It doesn't even matter how much damage I roll at this point. So that's when the second cannonball hits, and you see the top of it just blast off, and it falls in the center here, actually. So, falls this way. Oh, this one doesn't work. So, with this one gone, it falls this way. Luckily, no one was in the way of it, but it falls that way.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's good.
So are you telling me he didn't go to put out that fire?
No one had time to yet.
Okay.
If it's any consolation, it's probably out now.
I guess the sail put it out first.
Yeah.
So this means that your movement is reduced by 15.
Altogether.
Yeah, so
So we don't move anywhere if we go against the wind?
there's no wind currently to boost you or resist you, but instead of 35 feet, you're down to 20. and that means turning the ship too will take a little bit longer. So, guys are gonna make their acrobatics checks. They'll make it across. So these three that had propelled across, they start climbing up the edge here, and they jump down behind you and Alexia is coming.
Did us moving not deter them at all?
No, they just held on, and you can tell. You assume they were probably climbing while the ship was moving.
Like they weren't like dragged in the water.
It doesn't
or
move
anything?
fast by any means, so.
I feel like that's okay.
And with you being closer, a couple other people are going to do the same thing. So, these three are going to come over here, as well as these ones. They're also going to aim a grappling hook crossbow at the ship. See if they hit. And they'll hit as well. This one gets a natural 1. So, this guy he falls right in the water.
And he's dead.
And he kind of pulls himself back up, and unlike the other one that was simply dragged under, you look and the shadowy substance starts crawling all over his torso and start wrapping around him. He starts grabbing at it and trying to like get it off of him, and it just makes it spread even further, and it starts climbing all over his face, and you see the flesh begin to kind of just melt away as he's pulled under.
Oh boy.
That is their turn. So now they'll just take fire damage. Go ahead and roll the fire damage for your spells, guys.
Okay.
And then half it.
Damage.
And with that, the mast of the the helm, completely just engulfed in the flames at that point.
Nice.
13.
So they are most likely dead in the water. The sail in the center as well also is now completely torched. And you see bits of rope and canvas kind of flutter down as ash as it hits the ground, and it's entirely on fire. It's starting to spread across the ship as well as the other flames have.
Does it smash anyone?
The complete, it does. At this point, it has spread to the entire left side of the ship. So.
We should just sail away now. Like, bye!
So they're going to start taking fire damage next turn. If they stand in it. That is the end of their turn. Varus, you're up.
I will use the harp to cast fly on myself and fly up 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Use one of your dice thingies to show that. No, yeah, there you go. Do it near my dice. There you go. Perfect.
Nice.
Elton, you're up.
I'm going to attack that bro nearest to me.
Okay, so you run over to him and... And which swords are you using? Just so
I've got the...
Sorry, I fly up 60 feet.
Okay.
I thought it was just gain flying speed, but it's 60 feet.
I got my regular swords.
Okay.
26.
That'll definitely hit.
Alright, let's see. Ooh, wow, super low. Alright. 10 damage.
Okay. That's your first attack. You attacking again?
Yep.
You going for all 4?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless he goes down before that.
Okay.
That was... Alright, 24.
24 hits.
12 damage.
12 damage. Okay, he's still up.
Alright, attack number 3. So close. 29.
That'll definitely hit.
That's better. 7. Let's see. 7. Yeah, 19?
He is just barely up still.
Really? Alright. Last attack then. Okay, I really want to do that at crit.
Oh my god.
You son of a bitch!
He's currently clutching the wound that you've already given him with his 1 remaining HP.
Can I just kick him off the boat instead of attacking him? Can I just for... He's gonna be dead. Can I...
Sure.
Like,
So
Hey-ya!
you've cut him several times at this point, and you can tell he's on his last leg, and you take your sword and ram it straight through his stomach, and as you withdraw it, he kind of takes a step back towards the back of the ship, and you just walk over and kind of tip him over, and he falls overboard.
That's wonderful. Alright.
So I don't know how much damage you rolled, but he had 1 hit point left.
Yeah, he was gonna be really dead, so...
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that is all I can do.
Alright, Alexia. So you finally make your complete turnabout with your movement this turn. What are your orders? What are your attack actions?
Fire the cannon!
Okay, roll 3 d20s and add 3 to it.
3 to each?
Yeah, 3 to whatever you roll. And what are you aiming at?
Well, if we're directly
I
parallel.
know, but what are you
again.
aiming at? There are different parts of the ship, so.
I'll probably try to knock out their cannon so that they can't attack us.
You can't attack the cannons.
Okay, fine, the ship.
Okay.
Just the ship itself.
Sure.
Just try to sink it, I guess.
Okay.
Alright, so I got a 19, a 21, and a 5.
A 5 will miss, unfortunately.
Damn it. So what's the damage?
It's 8d10.
8 to 10.
Yeah. For your ship cannons. It is 8d10.
Alright, so 8d10 for each, right?
Yes.
Alright, so 12. 21. Do you want the damage separate or just total across the
Give me
board?
for each cannon.
Okay, so 8. So 43 for the first one.
Okay.
$42 for the second one.
Okay. 2 direct hits into the side of the ship. More shrapnel and debris kind of fly everywhere, and it looks like you've dealt quite a bit of damage to the ship at this point. But it remains tall and strong, and for as much damage as you've done to a small section of the ship, there's a much larger part of it that remains completely unharmed. Anything else?
Continue moving.
Okay.
I want to come like behind.
So there. So, oh, sorry, took him out. Oh no, this one fell in the water. So at this point, they crawl their way onto the ship. You see them begin to load the cannons on their ship. Meanwhile, one's gonna come over here to you, and the other's gonna swing on you, Alexia.
Shield.
Okay. So, first one will hit, second one misses with your shield. 2 attacks on you, Alexia. One hits, and the other one does not. So, Ithlin, you will take 6 points of damage. As the first one just barely nicks your hand and kind of cuts through the leather a little bit of your plate mail. And he goes for a second swing, and that's when you cast shield, and it completely pings off of it and doesn't even do anything. He goes to swing at the other one, swings at you, Alexia, and you duck to the side as he swings, and his hand goes over the whatever it's called, the steering wheel. Swings over the steering wheel, and you kind of duck to the side. But as he turns around, he cuts you across the back, and you will take 7 points of damage. If you want your attack action to be sword fighting, you won't be able to have them do anything, but you can use one's hand to swing with if you want. These guys will come over here. A lot of short swords. Wow. Okay. Okay. Second attack on both of them each. Alright. This one, already taking damage beforehand, is now dead.
Oh, poor guy.
After that is Varys' turn.
Did he put out his fire before he died?
No. Actually, so as you
Why the
fly...
fuck aren't these people doing anything?
As you ascend into the air, Varys, you see the demonic wings kind of sprout from Lawless's back, and he also takes to the air.
Give him the
No
finger.
one's listening to me.
You guys gonna engage in single combat
I
in the
will.
skies?
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
At.
The guy that just killed the one of our
Number
guys.
5.
Okay.
They're all number 5.
Don't worry, I've written down what 5s are. Just tell me which one it is.
That one.
Fire at him until he dies.
Okay.
So the first one is 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
Still up.
Yep.
Second attack. 28.
That'll definitely hit. Oh, it's almost maxed.
10 damage.
He's still up.
And last attack. That is a 22.
Definitely hits.
Okay.
There you go.
16.
And with that, he is dead. The crackling energy light ignites the air, and it kind of breaks through the sound of cannons going off and sparks and the crackling flame of the ship over there and the small fires on your ship at this point. And that's been put out, by the way, because of the falling mast.
Only one, though.
Only one, yes.
Because
but-
no one can do their fucking jobs.
I moved. I can't quite place it, but I'm going to be directly above Ithlin.
Okay.
And I'm just going to look down and be like, did you see that? That was awesome!
Totally
I'm
fit
flying! I'm going to inspire you with...
Oh,
Now you're
inspiring
directly
me.
above Ithlin.
Alright, Ethlin, you're up.
Alright. Let's attack that fool closest to me.
Okay.
$28.
That'll definitely hit.
Alright. 17 damage.
Okay. He's still up.
Attack number 2. 24.
That definitely hits.
17 damage again.
He is definitely dead.
Yeah. Alright. Then I'm gonna move to the one next to Alexia and attack him.
So he goes to swing at you, and you kind of catch both of his swords with your swords, and then throw him off balance as you move your swords to the side, and with that, you pull them under and slash at the stomach, and he just entrails coming out, falls over.
Doing pirate stuff. Alright. 17.
That definitely hits.
Alright. 19 damage.
Okay, he's still up.
Last attack. 19.
19 damage? Or to hit?
To hit.
Oh, definitely hits, yeah.
14.
And with that, he also falls over. Distracted by Alexia, he goes to swing at her, and she kind of ducks to the side, and you see her take a wound across the back, and she kind of lays against the wheel for a second, and you come up behind him to shove them both inside of his back and pull out, and he dies.
Nice.
So those are all your attacks. You do anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Alexia, you're up.
Alright, I yell at these 3 to load the cannons.
They're already loaded.
Oh, no, because we fired them.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'm telling them
That's
to reload the cannons.
Okay.
And then I yell at these 2 to kill that guy.
Okay.
Protect each other. You are brothers now. And keep moving the ship.
Okay. So with one of your sails missing, and the water itself being kind of stagnant, you can move about that much a turn now. So what was 2 turns will take 3 now to complete the movement.
Have we inched like closer this way at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that puts you at a interface like of the ship itself. You're about like here at this point with them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. My plan is working. And you all thought we were treated.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't think so. Apparently no one's putting out the fires.
I mean, they're a little busy right
No
now.
one cares. They haven't been doing jack shit.
Those 3 are gonna aim at those 2 right there at the front of your guys' ship. That'll definitely hit. The damage this one already took. He also dies.
I told you to watch it.
And then the other 2. Yep, he also dies, unfortunately.
We're losing our people. We're not gonna have a crew left after this.
Let's see. He is. So it'll just be the tail end, but Alexia and Ithlin make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
Reroll that. That's terrible.
Ooh, I have Bardic
With-
Inspiration. I can reroll that.
Can she do that with your...
No, she gets to, you can roll a d10 and add it to the roll.
So she can do that with your Bardic
do that.
Inspiration?
I'll do that.
Okay, just making sure.
D10.
I
I
have
also have inspiration.
Ooh. That bumps me up to an 18.
18, that's just enough. Ithlin, would you
That's
get?
a d10 you roll?
Yep.
19.
Okay, so you guys will both take half damage.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yep.
That's true.
I still have Indomitable.
I mean, you pass. It's just... so you guys will take half damage. You guys will take 14 points of damage. As Lawless holds his spear up in the air, his glaive up in the air, and lightning kind of surrounds it and strikes it. And he points it at you guys and shoots a direct line of lightning at you guys.
That's rude.
Anything else?
Nope.
Just at the last minute as it's coming at you, you hear Varys go, "Duck!" After that, it's Varys' turn.
Mm.
Fly away. To here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at this guy that's in the corner of our ship and shoot at him with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
14 just barely misses, unfortunately.
Alright. Okay. That's 30. And 21.
Those two will definitely hit.
Okay. Body's back. Oops. So that is 15 and 14 damage.
He is definitely dead.
Nice. And then I will turn around and stare at Wallace.
Okay.
I'll just cross my arms and cross my legs and just hover there.
Okay. Iflin, you're up.
There's no one left on the boat. Let's see. Could probably still hit the guy at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
He's still alive.
Oh, well, I mean, we're way back here.
Can't. I mean, as long as I'm within 120 feet of him.
Let's see. Yeah, you can probably still hit him.
Alright. Let's try. Woohoo! Alright. 25.
I'll definitely hit.
$17 damage.
That was enough to finish him off.
Nice. Fuck that guy.
He also dies. The helm of the ship is just a blazing inferno at this point.
Alright, that's it for me.
Okay. Alexia, you're up. So on your turn, you feel the ship start to shudder and start pointing downward at the water. As you recall, that you're taking on water.
You want to have anything to get rid of all the water?
Nope.
You need to plug the hole?
Nope.
Great.
The two men that went down with Duskin come up and they go,
Where's all the water coming from anyway?
She-Elf, we're taking on water.
Yeah, I can see that. Do you have any solutions?
Make for land?
Make for land.
What do you want us to do, Captain?
Find land, I guess.
We're in the middle of bleeding nowhere.
Well, then your solution of make for land doesn't work, does it?
Oh my gosh.
Bring Maria back up here. See if she can do anything about it.
Okay.
Are the cannons ready to be fired?
Fire! Alright, go ahead and roll for him. It's a +3.
Okay, so if we're kind of
Yeah.
like in this area.
Yeah, you're at the, it's a massive ship.
It would probably still hit
Yeah,
the ship
you're
part.
in
We're
range.
not at the helm yet.
Yeah, you're in range. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to figure out where it would hit. Because I definitely want to demolish the helm and just, like, sink them. But
the helm
at
is
this
just where it
point,
steers.
it'll just be... So?
You gotta damage the hull enough.
Alright, fine. We'll continue attacking the hole.
I mean, I already can't steer it, so.
Alright, so it's 3.
Yeah. So add a 3 to whatever you roll. Is their proficiency modifier.
Oh, no. I got a nat 1.
Now their cannon...
On fire.
Which one?
We'll say the
1,
first
2,
one.
or 3?
Just one. He takes 11 damage.
Oh, that poor guy. Be better at your job. Alright, so I got 21.
Okay.
Do them. And a 13.
Okay. The 13 will miss, but 21 will hit.
Ah, dang. Okay. Ooh, 46.
26 damage. Okay. Anything else? Continuing your movement?
Yep.
Okay.
I tell him to start reloading the cannons.
Okay. It's now their turn. They're not really in a position to do anything to you with their ship. However, the archers are going to aim at your men loading the cannons. It's a natural 20.
Oh, no.
That'll hit. Yeah. So we'll do the natural 20 first. 16. And with the 11 he already took, he dies. Other two hit the other ones. So 7. And the other one will take 5. Okay. The good news is that in the fighting, the fire seems to be put out in the middle there, so there's just black and ash, and it didn't seem to be enough of fire to kind of make a spread in the first place. And then there's like a little bit of small hole in the surface of the deck, as well as just black ash kind of spreading that area, but it didn't seem like it was enough to be put out or to spread further, unlike that ship. You guys there. So he meets you in the air, Varys, and he just looks at you. He goes, your vessel doesn't seem to be doing too well.
Neither does yours.
We might be dead in the water for a while, but it's sturdy yet.
For now, at least.
Oh. So you're about 10 feet away from him, if you want to know. No, you're... now you're within 10 feet of him. So instead of a straight beam of lightning, he holds up his spear again and kind of points it at the ship, and lightning just crashes down. And those 3 when you make dexterity save. 2 of them pass, and that one will fail. So 2 pass, 2 fail. two already taking damage are also dead. And this one also is dead. So. See where their hit points.
I feel like you just crossed it out, you know, just vigorously
I don't know, man.
scribble.
You don't know my life.
Jeez.
It's a process. No. And that's his action. Varys, what do you want to do?
I will whip out my rod of absorption, and I will use it to cast Synaptic Static at 5th level.
Okay.
Here, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 intelligence saves.
Fail. Fail. And fail. Oh, all 7 fail.
Alright, 28 psychic damage.
28 psychic damage. These ones were already damaged, so they're also dead. And those 3 are fine. Although woozy now. So 4 of their men on the ship just collapse to the ground, clutching their head, and blood coming out of their nose and their eye sockets, and they stop moving at that point.
And then I will hover creepily behind Wallace.
He was facing me. I don't know why. It's like...
Oh. Behind Lawless.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action to Hexblade's curse him.
Okay.
And I am done.
Alright. Ithlin, you're up.
So he's flying?
Mm-hmm. Both of them are. They are both 60 feet in the air currently.
Okay then. If only I could also fly. I kind of can, but not really.
Just spend the next few rounds levitating. It's fine.
That's lame. I'll be up there eventually, guys.
I'll be up there soon. Woo.
You have levitate.
I have levitate, yes.
We need a rope so that I can make it so I fly and tie a rope to myself and you, and then I can just tow you along.
That is how that works.
I mean, if Alexia had her cloak on, she could also fly.
We'd all be so cool.
Just leave Ithlin on the ground.
I'm steering the ship. I mean, I guess I could fly and be like, Islan, take over.
It's probably a better idea than me casting cantrips at him. Do you want to do that?
I don't have.
Do you want me to take over?
You could. I can at least shoot him
That's,
and do damage from where I'm at.
yeah, it'd probably be better. I mean, firebolt's okay, but I mean you can do more damage than that with your bow usually. So
Then I could.
yeah, I'm gonna take over steering the ship.
Okay.
That means Ithlin's in charge now of all 3 remaining crew members.
There's 2 below deck.
Oh.
Actually, I might need information from that.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. So you step away from the helm and you pull out your bow and
Damn right.
say since you were controlling the ship, you can make 1 attack roll this turn, stepping away from it.
Okay. What do I want to do? gonna try a feebling arrow.
Okay.
Just in case I hit it. Do I get any bonus actions or anything? Just the one straight action?
No.
Alright.
Agreeing to switch command with Ithlin, as well as stepping away and drawing your weapon. That's about all I can do is make one attack.
Buddy. 29 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Yeah, that'll come back. Okay, so then 1d10 and a d8. Oh, 9, 10. 28 damage.
28 damage. What is the save he needs to make?
14 con.
He passes.
Dick.
What, 28 damage?
Okay. Yep. And 7 of that is necrotic.
Okay.
Just in case. Dang. Alright. That's it.
So as you,
Oh no, sorry, 15.
15?
Nope. Nope, 14. Sorry. No, you're good.
That's a really big, like, did you double it for some reason?
No, the damage was fine. I was double checking the save. The
okay.
save was 14. Not 15. 14. 14 spell save.
Okay. So you watch an arrow kind of like fly past and graze against Lawless, and he kind of looks down at it, and then turns around.
He's surprised by Varys.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Okay. So you step away from the helm. Your movement doesn't start or continue. That makes it the crew's turn. Those archers are going to aim at you too.
Shield.
Are you going to cast shield?
Oh, are they attacking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 on you, 1 on Alexia. 1 on Alexia. Actually, all 3 miss. So the 1 on you just barely misses, but you see arrows just kind of like flying into the wood of the ship.
I give them a thumbs up. Hey, have they been taking fire damage?
Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm
Okay.
rolling it.
I feel like they should be dead by now.
They're probably mostly dead.
Like there's fire this whole time.
At this point, the ship's just on fire, and it's no longer spell damage affecting it, so it's progressing. Don't worry.
All right, who's up?
It is Lawless' turn. So he's just gonna point his glaive at you, Varys, and he's gonna ask, "Do you really want to do this right now?"
Out here on the ocean on 2 burning ships, I can think of no better place to do this. 60 feet up in the air.
We'll sing ballads about this.
Okay. So he's gonna make 3 attack rolls against you. You get shield?
Yep.
Okay. What's your AC right now?
24.
24. 28. 27. And 20. So 20 will miss. First hit will deal 24 damage. And the second one will deal will deal 19 damage.
Okay.
You just barely manage to get your shield up over that last one, as in lightning quick succession, Wallace swings at you and hits you twice with his glaive, first across the shoulder, and then the twirl across the stomach, and then as he goes for the third one, you manage to cast shield in time and catch it. You see like the blade itself kind of pressing against the arcane energy and lightning kind of spread across it as this happens.
I'd say you're almost at Sawyer's level now, but Sawyer didn't need help from a bunch of overpowered magical things and souls of dragons and whatnot.
His eyes just kind of narrow at you. I feel that Varys, it's your turn.
Them fighting words.
This is awkward. I'm going to float down 10 feet.
So he's the swinging.
Yep.
It's almost natural 20. But a lot.
If it's more than 19, he hits.
It's definitely more than 19.
Alright.
I'm trying to like figure out the number. I think it's 33. So
Okay. He hits.
okay. Ooh, 10, 9, so 19. So 20 and then 20. So 25 damage.
I lose concentration and I drop 50 feet.
Oh no.
So I take a...
Yeah, so it's D6 for every 10 feet.
Yeah, so
so
5d6.
yeah. 8, 9, 10, and 16. So you take 16 points of damage as you hit the deck.
Okay, well now I'm bloody.
So for like flair, as you say this, he starts pressing into the arcane energy of your shield, and you start seeing little cracks form along it, and you say that thing about Sawyer, and he pulls it back and hits it again, and you see him do this to everyone else, and now he does it to you. He hits you with the haft of his halberd, just hits you across the head with it as you fall down.
Oh, what a dick! And then I will stand up and Eldritch Blast.
Okay. At Lawless, or?
Yep.
Okay.
22, 24, and 28.
Those all three will hit. I will tell you 22 just barely hits.
Nice. Okay. So that is going to be 16 damage, 18, and 16. So 50 damage.
50 damage.
You can keep yours. I don't need all the d10s anymore. Thanks.
Alright, Alexia, it's your turn.
Oh no.
You just watch Lawless kind of bitch slap Varys down to the ground.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, he's not within 60 feet. I don't want divided attention, so I'm gonna shoot this guy with a bursting arrow.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Oh, 17.
17 will definitely hit.
Oh, good.
I have to make sure like that was the proper number, because okay, it was 33. So
10, 8. Okay, so the guy in the middle takes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 19 damage.
Okay.
The two guys next to him each take 5.
Alright. That was enough to kill him as he's been damaged previous. The other two are freshly targeted though. Anything else?
Yeah. Alright, I'll use my bonus action to mark Lawless with Hunter.
You have your full attack now. It was just that one time when you switched
Yeah.
command of the ship.
I know, that's why I'm using all of my attacks and my bonus actions.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Well, you attacked once already, so.
Yeah. I can't switch it.
No, you can, but you have 2 extra attacks. Just want to make sure you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
okay, yeah. Okay, so mark him with Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Fierce isn't next to him anymore, so let's see which one do I want to use. Alright, I'm gonna try the enfeebling arrow again.
Okay. Then I can
Off
attack him.
chance that he might fail. I like that one right now. Woo! 30.
30 definitely hits.
Alright. 2d6. Another d6. Alright, let's see. 7 necrotic damage. 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
You can just give me the total.
Okay. 29 damage.
Okay.
And a constitution of 14.
He'll pass.
Damn. This jerk. Alright, I'll try it again.
Okay.
Same one. Oh, fucking this guy. 26.
26 definitely hits. I like how you rolled the dice and it's like, I hate this guy.
Well, he like got in the way. Alright. 8, 12. Okay, guys, we'll do 12 plus 8 will be 20, 27. Plus 8. 35 damage. Constitution save.
He'll pass.
Damn it! Okay, that was what? Okay, I'm done with my arcane shots. Dang. And I think that's all my attacks. So I think I'm done.
Okay. Bithlin, I think I skipped you.
I think you did.
Okay, what would you like the ship to do on your turn?
So, I'm gonna yell at the crew. All of you! Get under there and deal with this water. Victory is meaningless if we end up in the ocean. And then I straighten the boat out, so now we're not turning anymore, we're kind of just headed in that direction.
Okay.
And after I do that, I let go of the wheel, and I point up at Lawless. What is your issue? As far as I'm concerned, we could all be helping each other kill these dragons. We've killed 2 of them already. What is going on? You attacked us for no reason.
What is your buckle?
Okay.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright, speaking's a free action, so that's fine. There's... So... Yeah, they're definitely dead. So, as this entire part of the ship has been completely walled off in fire, and the only option was to jump overboard or head through the flames, towards the end of their life, these ones jump overboard, these try and run away from the fire and end up being engulfed by it. So, these guys are all dead. These guys are most certainly dead. You can't see them, but you do hear screams.
Good.
Your flaming sphere would be up at this point. So, Lawless looks to the ship, and he looks down at you, and he lands in front of Varys, this far away from him.
Oop.
And he looks up at Ethlon and he says, if you think that our goals are the same, then you're not as brilliant as you think you are.
Oh!
And he lifts up his spear, and he grabs it with both hands, and he slams it down onto the ground in front of him,
Oh no.
and sends arcs of electricity towards Varys, as well as these guys. So I need you to make my
The rest of our
dexterity saving
crew.
throw.
Can I find the pH?
I pass.
What'd you get?
29.
Yeah, you passed, just barely.
Barely.
8, 13, 18, and 20.
This wouldn't happen to be a single target spell effect, would it?
What?
So this wouldn't happen to be a single target spell effect, would it?
No.
Dang it.
So you'll take 10 points of damage, and these guys take 20 and die. You'll take 10. Putting him very bloodied. Then he's going to action surge, and he jumps back up into the air with his wings, and he flies to the side of the ship,
Oh no.
and he kind of slams his glaive into the side of it and just flies across with it.
Oh. Unfair.
Natural 20. And a hit and a hit. So
He's destroying our box.
that's true.
It's gonna be useless after this. We're gonna be stranded.
So your ship will withstand 15 of this damage at a time. So I'll do the crit first.
You have to keep track of this now.
20.
What was the HP at for?
Like 300
Oh.
for the ship.
4. 9. So 34 damage.
Minus 15.
Minus 15.
19.
And then there's other 2 attacks. 18.
Minus 15?
Yes.
Would be 3.
Yep. And 9. So another 15, so no damage period.
It's 22 total.
Ah,
What is your ship's health at, by the way?
over 200.
278.
So, half of its
That's
health is
blood.
gone. So, with half of its health gone, it is definitely sinking at this point.
No.
And the sinking you felt beforehand, where it started to slide forward the water, you feel the ship still buoyant, but gaining on lots more water. Maria comes up.
Finally, God, these people are so slow at doing what I asked them to do.
She's got Captain Duskin over her shoulder, and he's kind of leaning on her. And he goes, "What the hell is going on? Can't a man die in peace?"
Not today, it seems.
Maria looks around and she goes, how can I help?
Ship sinking, if you know anything that can help keep us afloat, that'd be really useful.
I don't think I know any spells like that.
You get rid of the water that's being taken on by the ship.
I don't know how I do that short of a large bucket.
Nice.
She should just cast levitate on the ship.
Just levitate.
I mean, it would work. If you were really powerful.
It is Varys' turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Tony right there.
Okay.
Using the rod at 5th level.
I'm not gonna attempt drawing a cat.
Okay. Draw a cat, Sarah. I need it.
Alright, fine.
I'm just kidding. Don't draw a cat.
Why not?
You don't need
I'm
to.
gonna walk over there
I'm going to.
into the Tony. Let's see. 3rd, 4th. No, jeez.
It's not a terrible cat, honestly. It's not bad at all.
I'm gonna have to like post this picture.
10, 12, 18.
Okay, cool.
Well, he's standing on top of it, but it's not a bad little kitty.
Oh, yeah, it kind of looks like a cat.
Tony.
She just made the Lion King cat, really. So. The painting on
Then
the
I'll move over to here
I should have done that.
and I will snipe at Wallace.
Okay.
That one. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, 26.
26 will hit.
Nice. Neither one was a 2. For 14.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Okay. Ithlin, what would you like the ship to do? If anything. You don't really have a crew left.
Yeah, no, I stopped steering the ship the last
Okay.
turn.
You said you evened it out, so.
Yeah, like I stopped turning
Right.
and then like I let go because I wanted to just go straight,
Yeah.
which is what it is currently doing. I'm gonna cast Fireball.
Okay. At what?
At Wallace.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. 16.
You don't have to roll the hit, it
Yeah,
just
you just-
happens.
Oh, that's right. It's a.
Yeah.
it's
What's
a
your spell save
save.
DC?
I totally forgot. It's not how it works.
What's your DC?
17.
He will take half damage, but go ahead and roll 66, I think. 5d6? No,
86.
86. That's 60 at 5th level. Maximum, so.
Uh, 32.
32 damage. Is that all of it or half of it?
Yeah, that's total.
Okay, so half is 16. Okay. So you let loose this ferocious fire blast, and it hits him, and just kind of engulfs his person as it hits him, and the flames spread out, and it hits part of your ship, part of their ship, and just kind of outward, and creates this huge explosion. The flames kind of die down around him, though, and he seems to be unharmed by it. Lexi, you're up. Are you done? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Lexi, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, he's within 60 feet now. Alright, as my bonus action, I'm gonna do Slayer's Prey. Yeah. Okay.
Slayer's Prayer.
Mm-hmm. So I get an additional 1d6 of damage for my first attack.
Okay.
That hits each turn, so.
Okay. Is that a concentration ability?
No, it's just one of my ranger thingies
Okay.
that I get to do.
Is it a
Hunter's Mark is a concentration.
Is it a passive, maybe, if you need to add it this whole time? Let me see.
It's a bonus action.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah. Okay, just making sure. I want to make sure you're getting all your damage.
Oh, man. Okay. It's only on my first attack. So I'm going to make sure this one hits. So I'm not going to do anything special.
Yeah.
Just use Slayer Spray. 27 to hit.
I'll definitely hit.
Alright, so Slayer Spray, Hunter's Mark. 14 damage plus 8. 14 plus 8. 22 total.
Okay.
Alright. Slayer's Prey is done, so I will attempt a sharpshooter.
Okay.
Oh, this is all lawless, by the way.
I assume as much.
Okay. 18 to hit.
So I'll miss, unfortunately.
Oh my god, okay. Dang it. Alright, we'll attempt another sharpshooter.
Okay.
Ooh, 26 to hit.
26 will definitely hit.
Boom. Okay. Alright, 15, 19, 27, 37 damage.
37 damage. Okay.
Okay, and then I will action surge.
Okay.
They're both bonus actions. Let's see what they do.
You just get 3 more attacks for action
I
surge.
don't get any of my bonus actions?
No.
Oh. Okay. Alright.
Yeah. You just get to repeat your attack action again. So.
Okey-dokey. I'll attempt a sharpshooter.
Okay.
Nope. That was a 9. I'll attempt another sharpshooter.
Okay.
18. Damn it.
I'll miss, unfortunately.
Oh my god. Okay.
You gonna go for broke?
Might as well sharpshooter.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 just barely misses, unfortunately.
Oh my, fuck this guy. Waste of an action surge. Nothing happened. Okay, I'm done.
So you let loose a barrage of arrows at him, and a couple hit, but more than nothing, you just fire, and they fly past him.
I just like to imagine you just like, you get the stern look on your face, and you got 3 arrows at the same time, and you load them up, and you're like, watch this, and you let them go, and they're like,
oh, fucking man. I know. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yep.
That being said, it is Lawless's turn. And he looks down and you can see shadowy kind of masses start rising from below him. And he just smirks at you guys and flies up into the air. And he goes, "It looks like you have bigger problems," and he just flies off.
Oh, what a jerk.
The men on the ship, on his ship that are alive, are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
They're all screaming for help, and he just shakes his head and flies away.
That's who you made your beds with.
You guys look around you and you see that that's starting to happen to your ship as well, where shadowy kind of tendrils are starting to slide up the side of your ship. It's taken on enough water that seems like whatever's in the water is starting to manifest around your vessel as well.
Maria, get us out of here! I don't know what she can do. I hope she can do something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're screwed.
We still going in turn order, or is it just whatever right now?
It's whatever right now. I'd say combat's over. Unless you want to pick the guys up on the other ship.
No.
They can fend for themselves.
I'm gonna step back onto Tony.
Do they have little robots?
They do, but...
They're gonna siege us with rowboats.
No, I said we
Crash
go
damage.
over there and take their rowboats and get out of here. Start rowing away.
I'm going to start checking the people on the ground to see who's alive still.
All dead.
The only one alive is the sailor standing next to Maria and Captain Duskin.
Everyone else is just
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, we don't even have enough people to man the ship.
Well, if you guys want to get healed by Tony, there's still 7 rounds left.
I'll go over to Tony.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll these 7 times. 2, 6, 8, 9.
What would you guys like to do?
14.
You still see the shadowy, misty kind of maelstrom in front of you. You guys are sailing into to begin with. You see the shadows start creeping up the side of the ship and pulling at it.
I'm already at max, I'm good.
9.
I'd like not to die, but that doesn't seem possible.
52, 54.
You guys do have those water breathing potions.
The what?
The water breathing potions.
I'm not swimming in the water with that thing? Are you serious? Unless this is like a Pirates of the Caribbean thing where we leave one person on the boat and it'll just attack the boat and we can get away. I mean, Captain Duskin wants to die anyway, apparently. Like, apparently we're earning his death, not saving his life. What if this is the, like, black dragon that we're supposed to encounter? Ew. Is there anything dragon-like about what we can see of like the tentacles?
It just looks like wispy shadow crawling up the ship and just... What you saw, it was kind of like adhesive when it hit someone's skin in the water. It just kind of like started attacking them.
Put the rod and my harp away. And I go over to the side of the ship where there's tentacles.
Not tentacles, it's just like wisps just crawling up the side.
I conjure my packed weapon and I poke it.
It's a little bit farther down, you can't poke it yet, but...
Squint at it.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing crawling up the side of the ship doesn't seem to have a physical presence.
Jordan, you heal for 95.
Oh. Okay. I was only missing 20 HP. Okay.
I was the only one that almost died?
Yeah. Just you. And Captain Duskin. Which I guess we could put him on Tony. Here, Evelyn. You don't need the help.
I don't.
What'd you guys like to do?
I can't do anything
I
about
told you
what's
not
happening.
die. Can Maria sense the crystal nearby or anything? Is she getting the tingly feelings again? Yep,
Do you ask her?
I do. I asked if she's feeling the tingles.
She seems so panicked right now. She's like, I don't know. This isn't time to be analytical. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. You're the magical being. What you got any? You got.
I can't just do things at will. I don't know how yet.
I feel like you do though. I feel like you could. You just need to tap into your untapped potential. Well, we don't have any other ships. Theirs isn't, like, ours is sinking. We can't do anything with theirs. The most we could do is hijack their rowboats and get out of here.
Yes.
But who knows where the closest piece of land is, because we've been out here for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still have any of their ropes attached to our ships that they used to cross over?
Yeah, but they're all hanging in the water at this point.
Shit.
They didn't like make a bridge across. They swung across.
Hmm.
Well, Varys, you can fly. You should just go fly over there.
I can't fly.
Yes, you can.
Not for a while. Best I can do is this, and I will cast Spider Climb on myself.
Okay.
How big is Lawless' ship compared to ours?
Like double the size.
It's like another story on yours, as well as give or take like another 100 feet across.
About how far? Oh, actually, I guess I could just do this. This is fucking stupid. Alright, I start walking up the mast.
Okay.
Alright, I want to get to the top to where, like, cross beams are or whatever, so I can, like, walk over and then just jump onto their boat.
What?
Alright. How far down is it?
It's still pretty far down. Like, your ship's not really, like, taller, per se. It's just, theirs is more girthy and longer than yours.
Nice.
So, it's not like you're going to climb up and jump onto it. It's more so you'd have to jump across to it in general.
Yeah.
So, going up above it would make you much higher up.
I would like to try and run and jump over to the boat.
So, you'll take fall damage if you land.
That's fine.
Okay. So, given the mass is about 70 feet up, so go ahead, make an acrobatics, or yeah, you can do acrobatics for this.
14.
14.
Yeah! Does flip through the air.
Lands in water.
I think you're about to,
Does again.
because you need to make... Yeah, that's just barely not enough. You acrobatically jump off the mast of the ship and just barely miss the side of it as you fall into the water.
I don't hit the side of the ship at all?
No.
Okay. In the water. I open my eyes. What do I see?
You look and you see there's this massive, shapeless, not really a solid form, but there's a huge shadow under the ship. And it looks like a bunch of coalesced, congealed smoke just under it, just crawling up it.
I swim upwards.
Okay.
Alright. I'm at the side of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I begin Spider-Man crawling up the side of the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you saw your movement for that. You climbed up a mast and jumped.
Well, when it gets back to me, I will do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyone else want to do something?
I can't do anything
I
useful.
don't want to do what Varys did.
Yeah, definitely not doing that. Okay, I could probably do something about this. Let's see. I'm gonna cast Levitate on Varys to levitate him out of the water up 20 feet.
Okay.
I don't want him to die.
Okay.
Alright, there you go, bro. You're out of the water now. 20 feet up.
Okay. I'm like trying to swim over to the ship, just in air.
And then you're just kind of like, ha! You're like out of the water now.
I think if he's levitating, that means that he controls you now. Controls your movement.
Yeah, I can move you, but
So you're just kind of hovering in the air, flapping about, trying to move, and not moving at all.
I'm gonna move you over to like, so you can actually touch the ship. Okay.
Still floating.
I mean, if you can touch it, then you can move yourself.
My feet are just barely not able to touch, and I'm just kicking in the air.
Yeah, I mean your movement's gone, so you can't like move anymore. But
I'm like spinning, just out of control.
yeah, if you have nothing to hold on to, then I control where you go. But if you have something that you can physically like maneuver yourself, then you're in control of yourself.
Okay.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. think that's fine.
I go over to talk to Captain Dusk.
Okay.
Do you know what this creature is? Have you heard stories?
No one comes here, Missy. It's no man's land for a reason. We got farther than I thought we would, though.
Do you have any idea how to get the ship out of here?
It's sinking. Theirs is on fire.
So no. Simple no would suffice, Tuscan.
What am I to do exactly? Just snap my fingers and fly us all out of here. I'm not magical like you people.
We're not all magical.
Good job.
It's okay. It's not on in the important part.
There's now wispy kind of shadows crawling over the side of the ship onto the deck.
Oh no. Huh. But we can't stay here. But we also have nowhere to take Captain Duskin or the rando dude that's still around.
I pulled out one of my pipes and I use Mage Hand to put like the calming stuff. And so you just see like this like blue hand holding a pipe, kind of like putting stuff into it and lights it up. It's like, well, everyone, I don't know how we're gonna get out of this one. And I just begin smoking.
When you exhale, it's actually blue. The smoke is kind of like a light blue color. But you immediately feel your nerves relax.
The four of us got the water breathing potions, right?
The three of you, yeah.
Maria doesn't have one?
No.
Fuck are we supposed to do without her? Where are we supposed to leave her?
It's just magic. She'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh.
She's like the chosen one or something.
Yeah, but she apparently can't just do things on command. Because she doesn't know how. Okay. What if we get Captain Duskin and Rando Dude into a rowboat? The three of us use our water breathing potions to swim down and distract the beast or whatever. We get Maria into the rowboat and they can like row away while we distract the creature.
Not doing that.
Pass.
You're so scared of the water. Why even take a water breathing potion if you're not going to use it?
Well, because I can't breathe underwater.
With a water breathing potion you can.
That's why I took the potion.
But you have to be in the water to make any sense of using it.
I'm aware of that. There are perfectly logical reasons for why I'm terrified of the ocean. This is such a circumstance.
I'd really like if you could put me down now.
You're in control of yourself now. If you have movement, you can control what's happening now.
So it is an inferno on the ship right now. Everything is on fire.
Except the rowboats.
Everything is on fire.
So they don't have any viable rowboats.
Everything is on fire.
But the fire's like only over there.
I didn't draw it, but it's been going for a very long time now. The ship is engulfed in flames.
Alright, so we're all just gonna die here. It's fine. Only three of us have...
Is Varys on fire?
You're walking in fire.
I've used prestidigitation
That's not what that
to
does.
put out a small campfire's worth of the flames to make a path.
You can do that every round.
Boom, one square.
I mean, every other square around you is still on fire. You're still, like, gonna die of asphyxiation.
You're floating.
So, you guys do notice as you look over the side that it does seem like a large what was kind of traveling through the water as you guys went through it, it seems like a lot of it's congealed under your guys' butt at this point. So it does seem to be some kind of separate entity, but you're not sure what.
I will use Eldritch Blast to propel myself through the air.
If only.
Don't think it works that way.
If only you were Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
So Captain Duskin looks at you all and he goes, "Does anyone have a plan?"
Nope. We're all just gonna die here.
Unfortunately, none of
That's
us know how
okay.
to stop a ship from sinking.
Did you even hear him?
Yeah, you're across the way.
I can hear him just fine.
With your perception, probably. Did you have to yell to respond?
All I have is fire magic, pretty much. It's not gonna help us.
Where is it? Where did I write it down? I drink my potion of water breathing and I jump overboard.
Okay.
I allow you to do so because you're floating.
As you leap overboard and hit the water immediately flows into your mouth and you start choking and it feels like your lungs are on fire and it's uncomfortable and you feel like you're about to pass out and then it's fine. A couple bubbles come out of your mouth and it's kind of like breathing air at this point. You definitely feel water flowing into your mouth, but it doesn't choke you at this point.
I begin swimming towards the entity.
Okay.
Well, we were told that we would go to a place devoid of hope or light. To the blackest depths you must dive. I take my potion and dive in.
Okay.
How far is like the ship underwater currently?
It's half at this point.
So it's like the front of the ship is kind of starting to like that thing.
The Titan.
Yeah.
Where's Duskin? What's he doing?
He's just sitting there with Marina. He's like, "What the fuck are we doing, guys?"
So you're both underwater now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'll get to what they see in a minute.
I kind of just want to do that thing where like I climb up on the mast and just kind of like ride the ship down. So it was like doing that thing.
The pipe tobacco is definitely kicking in at this point, and you're thinking things like this because
Because normally I'd be super terrified, and I'm kind of like, well, gonna go out in style, and I just kind of like quaff that potion and just kind of like start like climbing up it, and I just like don't even say anything to like Maria, Duskin, just kind of like wave and start like climbing up it.
Okay.
If we tell the ship to turn into a rowboat or a cube, is it just going to be like demolished?
You're not sure. That's a really good question. You're not sure. What do you want to do? Do you want to try that?
I swim back up.
Okay.
So I'm assuming I see Iflin climbing
Yeah.
the mast.
Yep.
Alright. I tell everyone to jump out of the boat so I can turn it into a rowboat for them to climb back into.
Alright, we'll get to that in a second.
Hopefully it's something else.
So the two of you already underwater, you see the large, wispy black substance underneath you. And you guys are close enough now that they start coming towards you in the water. And as you get closer to it, you can see that it doesn't really have a solid mass at all, but lots of little sharp teeth inside of it. Just form into these little tiny smiles as it spreads towards you.
Creepy. What does the scroll of protection that we have do?
Well, it's moist right now, so
It's in a backpack. It's totally fine.
still wet.
Totally fine.
Well, I mean, as soon as you open it up, it's gonna be wet.
I'm just asking the question of what it would do.
I don't even know what scroll you're referring to.
It's literally called a scroll of protection. That's what you told us we had.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I told you what it did already, so
No.
if you didn't write it down, I don't know what it refers to. I will have to look it up.
Okay, so we have weird piranhas coming after us. I swim to the surface.
Okay.
And there's just like this huge mass of them.
Mm-hmm.
I swim at them.
Okay.
Gonna attack the Shadow Kraken.
I sacrifice theirs to the piranhas.
Are you sacrificing yourself?
I'm going to the objective. That's where we're supposed to go.
Okay.
I was the last acting captain of the ship, so I'm going down with the ship. Because that's what captains do. So
But Captain Tuscan's up there now.
I'm still the dude, still in charge. I was the last one to give orders, so it means I'm the captain.
I'm the captain.
Alright, so you start swimming. Your speed is halved. You have 15 feet of swim speed. I actually wrote down these rules real quick, so let me slip to those real fast. Yes, your speed is halved. So you float up to the top. What do you want to do?
Like I said earlier, tell everyone to get off the boat so I can see if I can turn it into a rowboat.
Okay. Well, Ithlin remains on the mast.
Well, I mean, like, if you turn it into a cube, I'm just gonna, like, fall off the mast into the water.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm not super concerned about it. I'm not gonna get, like, folded up into the boat. I'm not, like, standing on it.
Yeah.
Who
Alright,
else can
so
get folded up into the boat?
you don't know.
Then are people getting off the boat?
They're hobbling over to the side. It's not
Okay.
easy.
Okay,
He's got a wounded man and a little girl, so
just falling.
they kind of fall overboard as she kind of tries to help him get over the ship, and his weight alone and not really being strong. It's just they kind of both fall overboard and splash in the water.
Alright, I scream out rowboat.
Okay. The ship creaks and cracks and does not smoothly transform as it starts to fold inward, and what ends up happening is instead it's caught in between this weird, like, it's half of a rowboat and half of, like, a part of a ship, and it kind of just turns into this mass of wood. And Ithlin, you just fall into the water.
Yep. Alright, so now I'm underwater. What do I
You
see?
just see the same thing.
Alright, well, we're all dead.
And it's leisurely, it's just floating towards you guys, just spreading out.
Mm-hmm.
End of campaign.
Maybe, I don't know.
All dead.
I hope not.
Well, you didn't really leave us many options of how to get out of here.
Because I only have fire magic. I'm not a waterbender.
Apparently Maria doesn't know how to do anything.
As they get closer to me, I conjure my packed weapon
Okay.
and poke them.
It has no solid at all. It just kind of, you hit it and it kind of disperses around your weapon and then reforms.
I do like a little fan motion, just dispersing them
Mm-hmm.
and swim through them.
Oh, you swim through them. Okay.
Trying to find where they're coming from.
You feel lots of sharp teeth on your body. You will take 4, 6, 9 points of damage. Necrotic damage. As you are bitten several times and you feel kind of like your life force being pulled out of it at the same time.
Weird. Continue swimming.
You're not at all concerned about this?
Hey man, you gotta push through the pain to get to the whatever we're supposed to get to.
You guys not swimming into the darkness. You do see these kind of shiny lights down at the bottom of the water.
Like, directly below me?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. How far down?
Looks pretty far down. It's a very dim light, but
Yeah.
you see light down there for sure.
I'll swim towards it, I guess.
Okay. So you start swimming downward. You actually sink with your plate mail on, actually. It's light, but it's still heavy. And so you're just kind of like...
Letting it happen?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm. You see Maria and Duskin kind of fighting back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be struggling with each other.
Nothing I can do about it now.
Mm-hmm. Lexi, what do you want to do?
There's nothing to do. We have 3 people who can't breathe underwater and no way to like keep them safe right now.
You do see Ithlin start floating down and kind of swimming down below. And as you see him start going down, you see the lights as well.
Okay, I don't do anything.
Okay. Varys, you're still swimming into the thing.
Yes.
Nine damage.
Do I feel like I'm getting closer to the center?
You're moving very slowly, and they're starting to envelop you at this point, and it doesn't feel good. You feel like your life force is being drained out of you as they continue to bite you.
This seems like it was a bad decision.
You still in the water, Alexia, you see that Captain Duskin has pushed himself away from Maria and is slowly swimming towards the black shadowy mountain of the ship.
I ask if he has a death wish.
You're underwater. You can't speak.
I'm not underwater. Why would we be underwater?
You said you were underwater. You wanted to see what was under it.
Not once they jumped in. I'm not diving anywhere if they can't go with us.
Okay, then you don't see this then.
No, I don't. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Okay.
Start swimming downwards.
Okay.
Straight down.
6, 8, 9 damage again.
Do I see anything?
Just blackness right now because you swam into it.
Nice. I keep swimming straight down.
Okay. It's gonna take you a couple rounds to do that. So you take 15 damage. $11 damage. Then when you finally break the surface through the blackness, you'll take 5, 6, 10 damage.
Okay.
All necrotic.
Now what do I see?
You see the last bit of Ithlin floating down into the darkness. And you see a very, very, very faint light beyond that.
I start swimming after Ithlin because clearly he fell overboard and he can't swim.
Okay.
Half true?
For sure it's completely
You
true.
above surface, Alexia, you're starting to see the mast. It's now enveloped the wood left over from the box and start pulling it under.
Well, it's useless to us anyway.
Did it just turn into like a big driftwood log?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh.
The door from Titanic that can only fit one person.
2 people.
Therefore, no one gets it.
Have I reached him yet?
No, he's much farther ahead of you at this point. He's sinking and also get his metal armor on.
Metal armor.
Yep.
Yep. Am I getting closer? What do I see?
It's all black. It's this isolated light that's very, very dim. But as you get closer and closer to it, it does get brighter. Very faintly, you can tell it's very far down.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay, the potion lasts for 24 hours, so...
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
Keep swimming after him.
I hope you don't die doing that.
I already got away from the wisps.
I mean, they're probably gonna come after you though. I don't know how far they can move.
If you look up, you see they're currently attacking Captain Duskin.
Oh no.
Unlucky.
And they start moving towards you, Alexia.
Oh, great.
Rip.
You look around and no one is here anymore on the surface.
Where'd they go?
You don't know?
Oh my god. The fuck, Maria. Alright, well, Captain Duskin's pretty much dead. The other two are nowhere in sight.
No, you look around, they're gone. You see this wispy stuff start coming at you.
Alright, I dive under to see if they, got pulled down.
You see a large part of this congealment, or whatever it is moving over to the larger ship now. But seems to be attracted to you as it's moving over towards it, but also part of it's moving towards you. Make a perception check.
Hmm. $22.
22. You can see Varys swimming down.
I'm not looking for Varys. I don't care what he's doing.
Well, that's all you see, unfortunately.
Great.
you feel a hand on the back of you.
I look at it. Is it just a hand or is it attached to someone?
It is attached to Maria, whose eyes are glowing currently, and she grabs you.
What the fuck?
And the next thing you know, you're further underwater.
Did she grab the other guy too?
No.
Oh my gosh, she just left him there?
The next thing you know, Varys, a little bit farther ahead of you, you see a big purplish light, and Alexia and Maria are there.
Like we're suddenly like in front of him?
Underwater.
Those poor souls.
You can cast message. What are you doing?
That's a verbal. I can't speak.
Yeah,
That's
so
why I was
that is
underwater speak.
that's one thing we have to go over for underwater combat later.
We can't talk.
Yeah, so anything verbal that you need to do, you cannot do underwater.
Alright, we're gonna do sign language lessons before we go into combat.
It's like Witcher magic. Just do it with hands.
Yeah. Well, you guys look up and you see that it's starting to overcome the ship that Lawless had come here on, and you just see it start being pulled underneath the water, and the flames still on it, slightly going out as it pulls it under finally. You see several of the men that were alive on the ship trying to find a way off, trying to swim away, and it reaching out and wrapping around them, and they start grabbing at their leg and trying to pull away, and eventually it overcomes them.
Everyone died.
It's like an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Keep swimming.
Floating around.
Just keep swimming.
Yes, Maria seems to be fine. She doesn't seem to need to breathe air or water or air right now. Yeah. She seems to be under the same magical effect as you three.
Alright, well, I guess we continue towards the light. Like, everyone's dead.
It feels like hours. You guys are just swimming downward, and for you, just kind of sinking, Evelyn, just sinking further and further down. It feels like it's taking hours for this to happen, but that light just seems to get brighter and brighter. And as you get closer and closer, after what feels like forever, you see that that light is many lights. Just all kind of congealed in one area. And you start floating down, and you see this is a graveyard of ships. Just many of them broken and destroyed, and definitely touched by time and covered in the aquatic life here.
Like on the seafloor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And you see these just blue balls of light kind of floating everywhere down here.
Can I... Can I do like an Arcana check? Because I want to try and determine what they are. Are they magic? Is that the correct?
You may make an Arcana check.
$15.
You can safely deduce they are not magic.
Oh, that's interesting.
As you finally land on the seafloor, and bits of the rocks and wreckage down here starts to glow a little bit as some kind of luminescent coral in reaction to you.
Interesting.
As you guys were only a little bit away from Evelyn, so 20 minutes or so pass by, and you finally land where he's at as well, and see just this massive graveyard of ships. It seems like it spans for miles.
Well then. Do I see any sort of landmark, anything that sort of stands out that I would want to head towards, or is it all just kind of a big, just kind of...
The only thing that you see, interestingly enough, is that where that huge shadowy funnel on top of the sea was, it also is down here. And you can see it very, very far out there.
Oh. No, that's interesting. If I look up, do I see my party members at all?
Yeah, you see them land after a while.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait for them to land before I just take off on my own. It seems like a bad idea. Okay.
So you guys land after a while.
I also look around. I see the giant funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Point at the giant funnel, and I make motions with my fingers of like us like water hopping to funnel, and then I begin like long jumping underwater.
I begin swimming, I guess. I mean, we're still underwater. So.
You guys can like walk underwater. It's once you're far enough down, it seems like there's enough pressure down here to keep you not only down here, but
okay, I'll walk then.
Okay.
I'm still doing my ridiculous run thing.
Kicking.
I would imagine so.
Little bits of like sand are starting to kick up around him and create small clouds. Alexia, what do you do?
I go wherever Maria goes.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot down here.
Journey to
What's going on?
the cloud, the funnel.
Okay.
Onward.
So as you guys walk towards it, it's very slow because you cannot move your full movement. And it's halfway swimming, halfway just kind of pushing off of the ocean floor whenever you can. Keep a weary eye up to make sure nothing's coming down. It seems nothing's coming after you from above. Seems like whatever it is may only be a surface element or some kind of defense. And as you guys walk along, you see many of the different luminescent coral like light up and then disperse whenever you get close to it, reacting to your presence down here. You see little fish swimming by. And what's interesting is that they look like fish at first and they kind of just vanish.
Mm.
And you walk for a while, and it seems like you're not getting any closer and closer to it. Every step is like 10, and you cover a lot of ground, and you just see ships all around you, and you see the thousands of lives that were lost here, and that this area has gotten its reputation somehow, and you wonder how far this graveyard of ships spans for miles, many miles, if it litters the entire ocean floor.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll end our session there tonight. So we'll pick this up next week there. Thanks for sticking with us. Ship combat took a long time. We'll pick this up next week, and I'm uploading all the episodes I've missed. So we'll have 2 or 3 on YouTube, which is below. If you're a new viewer, you can watch all the old stuff, or if you're there with us and you missed an episode, well, you can watch that there too. And yeah, we'll be here next week, and thank you.